Catherine, you are known for mixing and infusing the casual vibe of New York City, that casual, cool element, with the romance of France.
Well, I think it's really part of my DNA. I was born and raised in France and grew up in Paris. And when I've been discovering America, and especially New York, that is a very unique city in the world, I wanted to really infuse both. And in each piece of the collection, for me, I really tried to have this easiness in a way that clothes has to be worn, has to be lived, have to be for an everyday lifestyle. However, I don't want to compromise with femininity of craftsmanship.
And tell me, who is the Catherine Malandrino woman?
I really think that she's a free spirit woman before everything. She wants to consider femininity as a strength and not as a weakness. And
now tell me about your iconic American flag dress.
I was just 2 years in America when I started my first show, and I was very excited to discover a country with a lot of enthusiasm, but at the same time a lot of contrast. However, the idea about it was about make it in very unique and speaking about freedom with a flag. This flag has been really symbolic of a free spirit America, and many of great celebrity become my ambassadress.
Well, I was going to say, no, Madonna wore it on
From
tour.
Madonna
How did that
tour.
feel for you?
It was really an amazing encounter because I was just coming to New York and didn't have any relationship with Madonna, and I had a call from a stylist that told me that Madonna heard about the flag in my show and she really wanted to meet with me and speak about it for a tour. And of course it was a great moment of first of recognition, and at the same time such an unexpected encounter. And this relationship has developed into a beautiful friendship too, because now she has been following my work for the last 10 years. Recently she was wearing my leather jacket several times, and she has been a really faithful customer. But many other women, sometimes celebrity, like Janet Jackson or Eva Mendes or
and Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
I just interviewed her recently. She was great. And
yeah.
Talk about that campaign. I saw she had a shirt that said "I'm Power." You had one that said "I'm Love."
Yes, this was another great chance. Is to meet with Mary around 10 years ago too. It was quite at the same moment when I came in New York. She started a foundation named Phone, and I really wanted to participate. And being together, we say let's do a collection of T-shirts together that will have the word strong enough to empower the women that wear them. And we raise a lot of money for women in need. And we think that together as women we have something to share.
Now I also know that your clothes have been featured in Sex and the City. I'm a huge Sex and the City fan. I don't think there's a woman that is not. How did that feel? What was that moment like?
Yeah, I just opened my first boutique in Soho, and Patricia Field, that is a fashion stylist, stopped by the boutique and fell in love with the home lifestyle concept of bright color, French chic, and suddenly, you know, she has to see me. We met, and she told me, you know what, I'm going to bring Sex in the City here. I never heard about this show before. We did a full show in the boutique, and all the girls were taking the clothes. Sarah Jessica Parker was trying in the fitting room, and it was a beautiful moment. It aired a few weeks later, and it was just celebrating the opening of my boutique. And it has been just putting me on the map like a fairy tale.
That is so exciting. How long does it take to create and design and execute a collection? How far in advance are you working on the next collection?
I'm working around a year in advance. But in fact, it's a creative process that never ends, because you never say, oh, I'm starting a collection, I'm stopping this one, I'm starting this one. It's more a very long story that you tell. That means it never ends. It's just a long journey of life.